Respected chair, co-chair, eminent dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to share our experience in learning. And before I start my presentation, I would like to share two things. One, my own experience journey. I have been mostly on the action side of it. For the last 25 years, I have sold tractors. I have sold organic manure, pesticides. I have sold cattle feed, poultry feed. We know compound cattle feed penetration in India is less than 20%. So huge concept selling involved there also. And for last few years now, I am part of Reuters Marketlight. And I must really thank and appreciate, congratulate rather, ICRISET and the organizers for really putting this platform. Because if I look back these 25 years, I find, more I think, I find one major positive change, which makes me very more optimistic about the whole challenge or objective we are trying to achieve. And that is the farmer. Farmer over the years, I can still very clearly see, has evolved into a much better profession. Farmer today is eagerly waiting for very good solutions and they're ready to adopt. I can see that there is a generation change. We all know. Average age in India, 50% population is less than 25 years. So these are young generation of farmers. So we hear stories of demographic challenges where sons and kids of farmers are running to the cities, not adopting agriculture. So these are also other part of the story. But still we find very encouraging figures in the morning. We saw 257 millions of food grain production. So agriculture is still growing. So who are making these? Which kind of farmers? Which kind of individuals are making this happen on ground? So that is one part, but one thought which comes to mind when I listen to all the speakers in the morning. Other story is more closer to Reuters Marketlight. About 5 years back, our founder and managing director, Mr. Amit Mehra, was traveling with this concept of market light at that time. It was a concept, it was not a product. 2007, somewhere in the hinterland, close to Meerut. And while traveling, he was testing this concept with farmers. If we bring this thing on your mobile, and this farmer did not have mobile at that time, we have seen this mobile penetration in recent 3-4 years. So in 2007, please imagine, these concept is shown to a farmer, and he's asked, if you get this information about market price, about weather updates at your mobile, if you have this mobile, what do you think? How will you feel? And the kind of response he got at that time from those farmers was very positive. They're very excited and just looking at the concept. And that is where the Reuters Marketlight came into being. That was the concept. Now think from Reuters' point of view, of more than 150-year-old multinational operating in B2B space, selling information to professionals who are lawyers, scientists, doctors, those kind of professions. We said, no, farmer is also a professional. He needs unbiased, timely, actionable information so that he can take proper decisions. So for us, it was a big change. And we have seen how the mobile technology at that time, most of the people, when we went out, told farmers who will buy, who will pay for the information, who will be able to read on mobile, and who will read, better you go for voice-based kind of thing. And literacy is a big problem. So all those kinds of challenges which were thrown at us. And they were real. It is not that they were not true. So these two things, why I shared is because of our belief that market is ready. Farmers are looking for such solution. And based on morning discussions until now, to me, these three key challenges which come to my mind, three P's of of the challenges which we should really look at. First piece, productivity. All of us know about it, a lot of data information, big challenge. Second is profits, profitable, not just for the entities, but for that farmer. And third P is the partnership, which is the theme of this. So these are three big challenges which have to be addressed. Very important. And from farmers' perspective, if you look at, these are very important. How I look at a solution, I look at three E's. One is encouraging extension. Sorry, encouraging ecosystem. Very important. I think all of us can help build that very encouraging ecosystem for that farmer. Very engaging education or extension. Technology will make it possible. We are talking of some standardization, standardized content. A lot of research and knowledge is sitting, which is standardized. And some of the speakers said in the morning that, yes, we need very personalized. I think Mr. Kushkumar mentioned that point. Very important. For an individual farmer, the individual land holding, the challenges, soil conditions, they are so different that farmer wants very focused, customized solution. So how we can make that extension itself much more engaging. And third, very enriching markets. We talk of markets. So this is third E, how we can provide that market solution. So this is where I see 3P and 3Es as a key approach which we can build a framework around. Coming to our experiences, what we do, how we do, let's go to the next slide, please. No, these are just two or three experiences of our farmers. Now, this is one farmer in Madhya Pradesh, not known to be a very big milk country, milk state. And this particular farmer set up a shed of 10 cows. It looks very small story. What we did, we met him, observed, and shared his learning on mobile to all our customers. And the message was in Hindi, like this particular farmer with this mobile number has opened a dairy farm and he has made a profit of 30,000 per month. We flash such stories every Saturday in each state. We call it as success stories using this mobile platform. And this is just one example. This particular farmer got more than 500 calls over the next 1 week asking for how he did it. Now, we see our role there as a facilitator. And the kind of, you can imagine the conversation which must have taken place, the kind of confidence it must have generated to those callers, and the kind of elation this farmer, his confidence has gone up. He is trying to look for a bigger dairy. So this is very, I'm saying, minute, micro level kind of an experience. And another story, organic farmer from Shimoga district in Karnataka. Again, similar kind of stories from Nasik district. So we are trying to do such kind of things. And let's come to next slide, please. This will skip because of time. I'm skipping. And coming to the journey so far. Next slide. As I shared in the beginning, the need for this whole concept came from a very clear understanding that there is a challenge of productivity. Individual farmer also faces problem of transparency about market prices and information. So there is lack of timely, unbiased, localized, accurate information, and then avenue to purchase, access this information in easy to use format, and high dependency on middlemen. So these are clearly identified challenges we all know. And for an individual farmer, he has all these kind of questions. What price should I expect for my crop? When should I harvest? And when should I sell my crop? So So all thing around his own issues and problems which that farmer is facing. And at one level, it is economic pain, of course. But secondly, it is emotional pain. It is the kind of confidence that empowerment which farmer needs to have. That can I reach without any hesitancy to somebody? Can I rely on that person or that entity? So this is kind of need which we could envisage for the farmer. Next, please. So this is the journey we have traveled so far. We started with the concept somewhere in 2005-6, and as I shared in 2007, after concept testing, we launched the service in Maharashtra and Punjab late 2007. And initially, we used to collect this information on a simple paper, complete farmer profile and his information. Then those papers will travel toward the head office. Some will get lost. They will be delayed. And then we worked around a solution where we just simple developed a card, is simple size of visiting card. There is a scratch code which farmer has to just call our toll-free number, tell the code, and then our consumer care center records the profile of the farmer. So it is so simple for the farmer to register local language and toll-free number. And this is a major innovation which we did. And then in 2010, we also tried to launch crop-specific product, so only for potato growing customers. I think Mr. Krishna Kumar mentioned in the morning, there are so many segments which exist in the market. We cannot have a general solution for everybody when we are talking. There are so many geographic, speakers spoke of hilly, arid areas, northeast areas. There are crop-specific you can create. I also look at more from behavioral point of view. There are farmers who are quite advanced in taking risk. They want to innovate. They want to adopt. They need a different kind of approach and solution. They are seeking information, knowledge, and such kind of platforms. Then there are other farmers, very small holder. They are also quite evolved, but they need some kind of platforms where they can pool together their resources and leverage better solutions for them. So that was in 2010. And we started getting recognition somewhere around that. I'll come to a little later on some of those details. And we started scaling up for last 1 year. We have reached out to unique 1 million customers. Through sharing, it is another 3 to 4 times in last 5 years. Next, please. Coming to Reuters Market Light, right now, the way we define ourselves is a pioneering multi-award winning service, providing personalized agri information over mobile phone to agri community. We are covering about 50,000 villages as of now across 17 states. We cover 600 crop varieties, 3,000 weather locations, and 1,300 markets, APMCs. The service is available in 8 languages. Very local content we provide. It is very simple user interface, and it is across any operator, any handset. It is not that only across one particular. So whatever service or handset farmer has, he will be able to access this information. Next, please. And as I was sharing with you, this is kind of card you can see on the top, RML Direct, with small card, which farmer has to purchase. He has to scratch that at the bottom. You can see scratch and just call a toll-free number, and service starts in 2 to 3 days. Next, please. How we do all this thing, on the left hand side, you'll see there are 4 different sets: market price, local weather, advisory, and intelligence. This is aggregated from different sources. Then we have content management system. That's where we have technology, which talks to profile management system. So each individual customer needs to get the message as per his or her requirement. So even if there are 2 farmers staying next door, they have a different date of sowing for the crop. They should get different message based on their choice of the markets or also the advisory. So our systems, they talk to individual profile, and the message is accordingly sent out and then across any operator in the local language. So next, please. Impact